Welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. We are here with Abbess, a very underrated legendary champion. She was revised probably about a year ago. Her A3 is very unique, and we probably don't see her in Platinum Arena very often because she's very fragile, and we go up against those Lissandras, Valkyries, and Duchess all the time, and we can't afford to weak hit when we try to kill that Duchess. So her A1 transfers a debuff over to the enemy. The A3 is an AoE, 3-turn cooldown, decreased defense of 60%. Very strong and a very high multiplier on it. The A3 here is what sets her apart from a lot of other champions out there. Attacks all enemies, inflicts damage proportional to either this champion's attack or the attack or defense, whichever is higher, of the enemy. And I'm going to show you this. That's the first clip we're going to look at so you can see visually what this is all about. Whichever is higher at the time she attacks. If you do a decreased defense on them, if they do a decreased attack on you and drop my attack down to 2,500, we wouldn't hit very hard. But you're going to see we're going to hit hard against defense-based champions because they're going to have higher defense. She's going to take that defense as her attack, and she's going to do really well. Either way, though, she's going to get an additional 30% critical damage or ignore 30% of their defense. If their defense is higher, she'll ignore 30% defense. Her aura here is for the crypts. Here are her masteries that I have on her right now, and then this is the total gear. We've got Savage with critical damage, and we do have accuracy to go through dungeons. Just for dungeons. All right, let's get into this clip so you can see what I'm talking about. Madam is going to drop down their attack, and then you're going to see how much damage she does. Because remember, depending on how high their attack is or how high their defense is, that's what we take on. And right now we have a decreased attack of 50%, so my attack is well under 3,000. Watch this. Look at that. We killed the Tyrant and we killed the Torment. He just revived himself. 60,000, 40,000. But you can easily see over here, look at how much damage we did to the Madam and then also to the Arbiter. 22,000, 28,000, because they don't have high attack or high defense. So that lower attack of 50% is really affecting us right now. So we're hitting them for hardly nothing, which is what normally happens to all attack-based champions. But her A3 will take on whatever's higher. And their defense is obviously well over what my attack is right now, being lowered. My attack could be 2,500 right now. Their defense was definitely maybe 4,000 or higher, especially for Tyrant. She took on that as her attack, and she hit them very hard. Plus, we get that decreased defense of 30%, which helped out as well. Pretty sweet. And you can see it. I mean, to me, this shows it clearly of what's going to happen with it. So now you know exactly how to use her, which makes it really interesting, I think, for the Doom Tower. If we go into the Doom Tower and we fight things later on, much higher in the Doom Tower, and they have really high defense or high attack, I think we could come in there and just have her in an HP chest, speed boots. We wouldn't have to worry about attack then. All right, we're going to go into Fire Knight. She is the only legendary with us. We do have somebody like Deacon to do AoE decreased defense. When she's not with somebody that will decrease defense, she'll do her A2 first. She's smart enough to do that. She did her A3 right now because AoE decreased defense is up. So it's really fun to run her as your AoE decreased defense and then also as your AoE wave clear. And we're going to see that in a minute, where she's the only one in here doing that, and she does a really good job of it. Now, what would you do if you want to level up with her and you don't have that well of a gear? You might be able to get away with putting her in HP chests and speed boots. Now, only her A3 is going to take advantage of the enemy having high defense or higher attack than her. So then you're just limited to her A3. Her A2 still will do AoE decreased defense. And her A1 really doesn't have high multipliers already. It seriously has low multipliers. I think her whole entire kit, they revised her a bit for her abilities, but they didn't mess with her stats. Her stats are pretty low. HP-wise, speed-wise, they're all kind of low, but still, she makes up for it with everything that she does here. She's pretty great. We're going to go into, I think, Faction Wars now as our main DPS are there. And then we'll go into Dragon, and then we'll go into Platinum Arena. But you already saw what she can do with that. So I'm thinking, when Doom Tower... Oh, let's watch this. I love the way she just lights up these waves. Boom. Lights up the waves. We're not bringing in many things to inflate her damage. We're not bringing in the Gerp Tuck, Bad Alcazar, a Draco, all that kind of other things to have the decreased defense, the weaken up, and all the rest to inflate her damage. We're just dropping these waves here. Watch this one. I think this one's really good too. We are getting a decreased defense up to help her out, sure. But we can do that. We've got people here. There it goes. Now watch this big hit. Nice. Nice. He's just dropping it. Yeah, we've got good gear on her, but hey, we did. I bet we took his defense. Narog has insane defense. I bet we took his defense because it's insanely high, and that's why we hit him so hard. Could be. You never know. Maybe my attack was around whatever his defense is, or maybe his defense was higher. That's why we hit him even harder. Plus, we ignored 30% defense because obviously he has higher defense than he does attack. So through here, we sped this part up so you could just see her doing her moves, right? A1. I wish that A1 had a little higher multiplier. If she came out in today's standards, it would. It's actually pretty low. The A2, though, makes up for it. It's got a pretty high multiplier, and the A3 obviously is really great. So we got decreased attack up with, we brought in all support champions, right? We've got support over here, Godseeker, all the way to Lodric, to our Deacon, and then whatever the Ice Lady's called, I can't remember, bringing our increased attack and our speed. So we're going through it quickly now. We're going to get a good time. We just need to keep her alive, right? Keep Abbess alive, and we've got that with Godseeker down, even though she really wasn't taking any damage, and then the rest is pretty cake. We're just going to blow them all up. She's got 3... You know, having those 2 to 3 turn AoE and then a 4 turn AoE cycling through, they hit pretty damn hard, is, to me, is one of the best things in the game, right? Those big AoEs are what we need to clear all these waves. We fight waves so much. Obviously, if it's just a boss, we don't bring her in for just a boss. That A1 isn't it. The A2 is okay if we need a decreased defense, and the A3 still hits hard, even versus a boss here. And we'll see that. Now we brought in, we had a level 60 Godseeker. We brought in a level 40 now. Level 50 Renegade. We got a level 50 Dwarf here. This one. He's going to give us our increased attack. There we go. She did the decreased defense. She's the only one doing damage here. The only one. Boom. That's all it took. That's it. It's not inflated. No Gerp Tux, no Bad L's in here. She did her A2. She went around, did her A3, and they all fell over. Pretty damn nice. Can we clear a wave if we want to bring Gerp Tux in here? Yeah, we can clear a wave. If we have a Draco or a Lydia and we have a Gerp Tuck to go with her, we will clear a wave. Then we could reset it and clear the wave again and be there just like we do with Seer within, 14 seconds. Sure, we can. But not everybody has that. So we bring in these champions to show you that it can be done, right? We've got our coverage if anybody dies, which she did die. They came after her because her HP is so damn low. 25,000, 28,000, she's got something really low HP. So not the sturdiest attacker out there, but she makes do. And then now that we're here, we're going to speed it up a little bit. She's not going to kill the dragon. I'm going to tell you right now, these kind of attack-based champions and her A1 not hitting that hard, hitting hard but not crazy hard, is not going to kill the dragon alone. We need something like we have for our Frozen Banshee in here to put up all the poisons on the dragon, and then we go through it. We've got no worries now. We have Frozen Banshee with us. Poison, poison, poison. And she's still doing great damage. Even on her A2, I think I've seen her hit the dragon for 200,000 before. I don't know whether the dragon has probably, I don't know. If he's got decreased attack and decreased defense, it's at the time she does damage. So whichever, hopefully we can hit the one, instead of getting an additional 30% critical damage, we can do 30% less defense. And that will, there we went, 210. We hit him for 210 at the very end. We're going into Platinum Arena. We're not going to see anything too fancy with her. It's just damage, right? All we're doing is damage. And what I showed you earlier with the difference when she had a decreased attack on her and we hit those defense champions really hard is really the extent of what I can show you from what I found out there. If I went up against a whole bunch of people who had really high attack, sure, I could put her in lots of speed then. Speed boots then, not attack boots, and be even faster. But here, when she, and then that's only on her A3. The rest of her hits wouldn't hit that hard then. The A3, we could weak hit, right? We beat that team, but we weak hit on somebody that we should have easily killed. So on a team like this, though, here we go. Let's see what we've got. We're not going to weak hit on anyone. And the crits over here protecting their Trunda. We blew up those two. Now, whether they had high defense and we used that or not, I doubt it. No, we didn't. We had increased attack, so there's no way their defense is going to be higher than our attack plus 50% of that attack. It's just not going to happen. We beat that down. Now, this one. Let's see. I'm going to drop everything down. Mainly, they're going to be attack. They're going to be HP based. HP, HP, HP. He's going to be attack based, so if his attack is higher, then we would use his attack. We did have a decrease. No, he just counterattacked from masteries. We did have a decreased attack, but that was after we hit the dragon turtle. But now that we have decreased attack up on Cantrifon, we're not too worried about his AoE here as much. And we'll bring our person back. There's not really much more I can show you. It's just a regular attack-based champion at this point. But I already showed you if you did have a decreased attack on her, if you knew you were going to be hit by that, then you could take on the attributes of the other people. But here I'm showing you that there's just too many Duchess all around. Duchess, Valkyrie, and Lyssandra's all over the place for you to really bring her in 24/7. But that's it for Abbess. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys all in a video soon.